Gore, back for more. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the game's leading active rusher, Frank Gore, fresh off another big game, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ballgame.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. From the 44, Kelly escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Now Kelly, he's got his man, it's Butler. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Kelly, flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
Here we go. 60, 50.
Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up, keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Kelly. And this is going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of 2 there, second down. On second and 12, Marino eluding the pressure right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Here's Marino to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
60 yards.
Third and goal, Marino sliding out of the pocket. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. As his guys are in for 6, and the Dolphins have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Bell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes and he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Kelly now on 3rd and 2. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. A reminder that coming up later tonight, a good one on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what could have been a playoff matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Marino. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Marino to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
That throw by Marino, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 2nd and 11 now. Kelly. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Marino rolling to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
All day, baby, all day, baby.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit, and it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Marino will throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now Marino on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Marino sets up. Flushed out right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. From just shy of midfield, Kelly escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33.
Come on, set.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
91.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now in Miami. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Marino. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
30 base.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Marino got a man. It's Johnson. End zone. Touchdown, Miami. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
This will be taken in at the 1. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. And that big return sets them up for the potential to now tie this game here in the fourth.
Let's see if they want to ride the momentum of that return for a touchdown, because as you have, that's a monster play. Do you want to ride that momentum into a 2-point try, or do you line up and go ahead and kick the extra point?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Let's go.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's right.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. To throw is Marino. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it'll be second down. To throw again on second down, Marino. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
22 yards there, a first down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Escaping the pressure right. It's hauled in by Hardy. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Marino. Flush to his right. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They're going on 4th down. Marino forced out to his left. That's to his running back, complete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Eluding the pressure right. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Miami, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.